Gaming with Boomers! Yow. Welcome back, everybody, to a new and exciting episode of Gaming with Boomers. I have decided today that because nobody likes this game in the family other than me, because I absolutely love history, that I would record a brand new episode of Victoria 3 just for you, just me and you, the fans. So, we're going to start a new challenge today. We're going to play as a nation that has given a lot of people a lot of headache. I'm going to be playing as doing economic dominance with, wait for it, Iron Man mode, of course. Let's see, game roll. Standard. Oh, this is good. I don't like historically plausible because I'm a historian and that's how we like it. As, wait for it. It's thinking. Dramatic pause. Everybody's least favorite country, Japan. That's right. The Japanese campaign is extremely difficult for a lot of people. So I am going to attempt it. I've tried it a few different times on my own, trying to learn the way to bring about the Meiji Restoration without having a bunch of revolutions. So we are going to jump right in and attempt to modernize Japan and make it a global superpower. So here we go. Starting in Iron Man mode. Let's jump right in. Here we go. Economic dominance. Let's remake Japan into the powerhouse that it is today. As we begin, we're going to look firstly at our market and see where we are financially. Looks like fruit, meat, tobacco are expensive. We want meat and fruit to be fairly cheap, along with construction rail. Right now we're going to focus on building up the wood sector, because as we start in the beginning, I want to have everything to be a little more primitive and then grow economically stronger as we move closer to establishing the end of the shogunate. So our point for this particular campaign is we get eliminating the shogunate. As we look under here under our journal, the main, where is it? Okay. Oh, it probably helps if I start it. Let me start the map. That will probably unlock our first task, I hope. Maybe. Korea is improving with us. Alright. The whaling industry. Okay. Well, the point is we want to establish the Meiji Restoration. So, let us go ahead and see where we are building-wise. We have 2 construction points here in Chubu and Kansai. For reference, Chubu is kind of central Japan here, and Kansai, I believe, is in the north. Oh, I take that right. They're right next to each other. Well, how about that? All right. Here we go. First thing I want to do is start building logging camps so that way we can increase our construction abilities. That's going to be very important coming up later on. Let's see if any of these places here have modifiers for wood production. I don't believe they do. No, they do not. Let's look at our population. We want to see have any peasants. So they got plenty of peasants here, and that's where we want to start. So let's begin building. Why am I not able to build anything here? Oh, because they don't support it. Let's see. Start with, I like going in multiples of 5. So we're going to start with 5 there and get those built. And then start focusing on building up, switching from the peasantry throughout Japan by making them farmers and other things that are able to be modified later. So, let's start the clock and get these built. In the meantime, let's take a look at our political tab. So it appears here that the samurai and the shogunate are the most powerful. We want to start most likely empowering the intelligentsia and the industrialists as we get bigger. But for the time being, let's take a look at our laws. I don't want to go to state religion. I want to find ways to limit the power of the shogunate and start getting rid of traditionalism, isolationism, and serfdom. Let's see how popular. That's really unpopular. I really want to go to professional army. It's popular with the samurai and the hanin, but really unpopular with the shogunate. But professional army is going to be important as we move towards monarchy. Let's see here. Everybody supports that. They support a national guard. What does that give me? It's going to give us things can be mobilized. Yeah, that's perfect because we have a revolution. We don't want being able to jump into a war. So hopefully that'll pass. It'll make me very happy. Let's see, what group wants to enact appointed Democrats? That would be the intelligentsia. I don't think that's going to be overly popular, but sure. Oh, let's do our technology. I think it's important in the beginning for Japan to begin to modernize their economy and then move towards military before finally worrying about the societal trees, unless we're talking about money. So let's take a look and see economically what these do. This is going to end up banking. Banking is important for minting and loan interest rate. We don't need to worry about the stock exchange right now because we can't trade with anybody. Let's take a look. Probably do currency standards. Start with currency standards, and then move towards banking. Start to get that planned out. And then on our production tab, start looking at possible options. Intensive agriculture, enriching farming, cotton gin is only good if you have cotton. But lathe is good for, well, right now, because we're in sort of a mixture between kind of pre-industrial times. I want to focus on agriculture and building that up first. So let's add that to the queue. Followed by iron is going to be very important in the production of steel. So let's go ahead and start looking towards that. Militarily, military service, more conscriptable battalions. That wouldn't be a bad idea. And then it'll also give us the option to start moving towards line infantry. So let's start looking at that. Okay, I think that's a good setup. Start, and let's continue. All right. So I think the name of the game right now is start building up, making wood as cheap as it can be, because the cheaper the wood is, and we start building construction and paper that become important for administrative buildings. Having super cheap wood is going to be really important. So I want to try to overbuild on wood now, and then that's going to make that construction nice and cheap. So right now it looks like we're in the positive, so we need to get more wood. As we look to also after wood production, I want to discord with the Hemim. Let's take a look here. Faction within the Hemim is growing frustrated with the neutrality on National Guard, with their support. Absolutely, anything that makes this go up is good by me. I want to start looking at agriculture, specifically increasing meat and things that they were very high, and they were kind of a basic necessity for your people. So you want to go ahead and get that standard of living up. It makes people happy. So multiples of 5. I'll start building some of these. Start converting these peasants into farmers. So I'm going to start building just kind of ranches everywhere. And why not put some there too? Let's see. Also want to look at wheat farms or rice plantations. I need to look at which produces... does rice produce fruit? Oh, they do. Okay. I'll start moving that towards fruit. Dye plantations, tobacco. That's it. Okay. So yeah, it looks like rice can produce figs, and that can lower the rice of fruit. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and add those to our shopping list. Why not? We add a little extra here and there. Okay. I think that's a good place to start. So we'll do that first, and then we'll build constructions following that. It's going to be a multi-part series, because we're almost coming up on time. So if there's anything particular you want to see, go ahead and let me know in the comments if I missed something, or you have a different particular strategy for growing as this campaign continues. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what I'm missing or what you would like to see as part of this. Also share your frustrations with playing as Japan, because I know it can be difficult in the later game trying to balance everything and modernize it and get rid of those awful those buffs, not being able to trade and all of that. So as we continue here, it looks like the logging camps are producing nicely. They're staying fully staffed. The price of wood is slowly coming, I'd say it's going down, but actually it looks like the population needs are making sure that's staying up. Right now, everything, because of our primitive economy, including glass, shipyards and everything, are using that wood. So I'm trying to switch it out from just being substance farms and orchards to specifically using it as logging camps. So we can start freeing up those peasants to do other jobs. Oh, okay. We can look for another law. Let's see. We have support for homesteading with the Henin and the industrialists. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, the shogunate really does not like that. I want to move away from serfdom. Serfdom is really awful. You want to be able to have your people to be able to freely move about and take other jobs. When they're stuck as serfs, it kind of keeps them in that position. So that's going to take a little bit of time to kind of maneuver. In the meantime, let's take a look at a possible law change. Let's see. Right now, colonial exploitation does have a little bit higher. The Henin will oppose it, but not go too far into the red. And I may be able to pick something later that makes them a little happy. So right now, the bourgeoisie and the samurai support this. So we're going to try to get colonial exploitation and start moving out. Start colonizing the rest of Azumarill here in Sonokin. And then I would like to... I've always been partial when I start to play, especially in the Pacific, to colonize Oceania. Because they get these nice little colonies. Everybody's focused so far with colonizing Africa and colonizing parts of India and South America, and the U.S. for them is, you know, increasing their country. I like to focus in Asia, especially in the Pacific. Opposition members putting up a delay. Let's see, concession not be popular with samurai. Gives us samurai will be a little upset, but it gives us an increment chance. I don't want to set back. I'm just gonna, if the samurais don't like me, eventually they're gonna come out of power. So we're gonna go ahead and increase that chance. As we continue, I also want to start looking at possibly some diplomacy. It'd be good to have an ally, not so much a defensive pact, not a defensive pact, but having a I don't want anybody to own Japan, because that's really hard. That's what I did in one of my earlier campaigns, was have Russia come in as a protectorate. I was able to win the civil war against the shogunate, but I wasn't able to get too far because I was a protector of Russia. So that limits my ability to kind of play on my own and branch out. But let's look at China and Korea as possible allies. And why not? Why not even look at Siam? We don't have the access. We can only start looking at Russia as possible friends. Alright, let's see here. We're almost coming up on time. So let's see how things are progressing. Looks like they're slowly moving about. The ethics of exploitation, the government's attempt to pass has brought the ethics. Ethics are morally right. We need to expand Japan. Apparently not. Apparently they didn't like that. But that's okay. That is all right. Ooh, crooked connections. Frustrated with the process. The samurai under Takai Mizuno. If I mispronounce things, please forgive me. Tadakuni Mizuno. Approach us with expediting it. Yes. Next bit time. Yeah, make it shorter. That's always good. Alright, I think that's going to wrap up our first episode. If you want to see more, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, if you want to see a different nation, if you want to see me continue with Japan and work my way up. Please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. Bye!